And let me say, this is a very exciting time, and I think the next year is going to be even more exciting as more and more vaccines start coming into the realm of getting approvals and coming into usage. The success of the two vaccines, the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccine, is very, very, I would say, encouraging. No one expected such a high vaccine efficacy, and especially in the older age group, which is always a challenge because we have this whole issue whether the immune response is not going to be that strong. So I think the data is very encouraging, and for all other vaccines which are also being made, it is going to be an encouraging news because all of them are sort of focusing on the same protein, the spike protein. The only challenge is the next step. Once you have the vaccines and you get the regulatory approval, then how do we get these vaccines down to really every individual, the high risk group, the frontline workers get vaccinated in terms of reaching out to all of them, getting the cold chain, the procurement, everything done. In my mind, that is also a huge task. So we've crossed one hurdle, but we still have another hurdle left in the coming months or the year. And I think it's going to be an exciting time as far as vaccine is concerned, because the fact that you will have many vaccines to choose from, and this will become very interesting as to which group will benefit the most from which vaccine, and how long does the immunity last. So very interesting time. I think next year is going to see a lot of research and activities in the vaccine field.
Dr. Guleria, while many people in India are very, very happy to hear the news of the success of the vaccines, there's been a little bit of disquiet about the fact that we still don't have, India, for instance, doesn't have a deal with either Moderna or Pfizer. Do you think that's cause for concern? Or do you think there will be other vaccines and that the practicalities of actually distributing a vaccine that requires really cold temperatures is going to be very difficult, which probably means that the Pfizer vaccine is impractical for India?
That's true. So there is some talk going on between Pfizer and the Indian government, not that much with Moderna. But like you rightly said, there's going to be huge challenges as far as Pfizer vaccine is concerned, considering that it needs a cold chain of -70, -80 degrees centigrade. So that is going to be a huge challenge. But we have our the Oxford vaccine, which is being made by the Serum Institute of India, which is now completing its phase 3, and the data should be out from the UK by the end of this month, and probably also by the end of next month as far as India is concerned. Another company is actually already starting phase 3 trials as far as the Russian vaccine is concerned. And we already have 2 trials going on. Phase 3 has started as far as Bharat Biotech vaccine is concerned, and as far as the Cadila vaccine is concerned. So like I said in the beginning, we're going to have a large number of vaccines which may come. We may not be first off the block in terms of getting the vaccine, but we will have had our overall, let's say, cold chain in place and the distribution channels in place. We need by the time the vaccines are available. But I see in the first quarter of next year, we should have vaccines available in India. The challenge is going to be to prioritize and to give it to the priority groups in a manner that can reach out not only to the larger cities, but to smaller towns and to rural India also, so that everyone can get vaccinated. You see, we are looking at 2 basic things. One is to save lives, and the second is to break the chain of transmission so that the pandemic comes under control. To do that, the number of people who will need to be vaccinated is going to be significant. And that is why the vaccine program has to keep going on and on for a number of months over the next year before we could say that we've really reached let's say, a plateau in terms of being able to break the chain of transmission substantially throughout the country, and I would say throughout the globe.